get this show on the road. Let's see what happens. Oh, where's my phone?
My phone.
My brand. Gotta wait for the email. There it is. It's sad that that's the most accurate way to determine whether or not I'm actually live on my channel or not.
We're live, Rowan.
We're live. Look at you being all happy. You were sleeping in Kulix's chair, and then they had to move you. Now you're being a good boy. And Axis is asleep in Bones' lap. Look at this. Look how freaking adorable this is. I love this. This is great. Yes, you're adorable too. I know. Yes, you are. Say hi to the internet for everyone. Yes, you love the internet. Greetings! Stay a while and listen. We're playing some Castlevania. So, Kulix helped me mod my Wii U a while back. It's been a while. But we just got around to adding DS games. So, we're going to play some Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. Why not? It's the spoopy month, and it's time for some spoopy games. Alright. That's not... There we go. Screen settings. Let's...
Probably want to do lower screen focus.
Yeah, lower screen focus. Now let's do left-handed, because I am actually left-handed. See, look at this! Look at this. Look how neat this is. It's not as awesome. It's not upscaled in any way. It's just, running off of the Wii U native emulator. But the fact that the Wii U has a native DS emulator is impressive into itself.
And it is also capable of upscaling, but you do have to jump through a couple extra hoops to get there. And it's mostly of benefit to, the more 3DS games like Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah. Call Cube.
With sprite-based games, it's really not as needed to do any upscaling.
But I was looking at running DS games on my Xbox Series S. And while they can work, they don't work super well. So, this just kind of blows my mind. Because, yeah, on my PC, I could probably... I know Pin has been doing, Sorrow? Dawn of Sorrow?
Dawn of Sorrow.
Dawn of Sorrow. I always get the Sorrow games confused. But Pin has been doing that, and DS emulation is rather easy. You can get some really good results, but Alright, equip.
Rowan,
Encyclopedia, the Encyclopedia Britannica.
I need you to stop chewing at the wires.
I can equip the short sword instead of the vampire killer. Why you would ever want anything... If you can wield the vampire killer, why would you want anything else?
Well, I think part of the story is the vampire killer either doesn't have its power right now, or Jonathan can't use it. I forget. It's one of the two.
It's probably that I know there's a lot in the Castlevania lore that the Morris family was in possession of the vampire killer while the Belmonts were away. But the problem is, while the Morris family has some relation to the Belmont family, the Belmont blood isn't strong enough and the whip will kill them. So, like, you kind of want to be careful with that. But, you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, if I have this, I got beef jerky. I'm just going to hang out up here for a minute. Ah, you're missing some. Can I? Okay, you're not. It's like, do I have to kill you? Look at that. It's a shield with a little man on it. That is not a knife. That is not a knife, guys. Oh, hey. That's... I feel like that's some sort of graphical weirdness that's not supposed to be there.
What was it?
That green?
Oh, that's probably supposed to be there.
Weight cube. There's so many cubes.
You done fucked up.
Yeah, that's not what I pressed the go away button, not the switch person button. Gotta press the switch person button. And we get Raging Fire. That's... Okay, it automatically equips. Is that my... Yeah. My up attack. Oh god, imagine if they were added to Smash Brothers.
You know, there was some talk, I think, of like, you know, these characters would work pretty well if you wanted, you know, more Castlevania rep and more transforming characters. But instead we got Pyramithra.
Yeah. Not that I really... I like Pyramithra.
Yeah.
But, you know...
I mean, to be fair, both Xenoblade and Castlevania have effectively one rep apiece.
Yeah. Also, the thing about Pyramithra, I was a little pissed off. I'm like, I was told there would be no transforming characters. They're transforming characters. Like, I know that's a small thing to gripe about, but when the whole thing of getting rid of Zelda Sheik was transforming characters are a little more powerful than they should be. We should balance it out by making them individual characters. By the way, here's a transforming character again.
I mean, Pokemon Trainer already existed. I feel like they were split because nobody used Zelda and Sheik.
People
like,
either used Zelda or Sheik.
Yeah, so you basically had two characters that were both down a special move. So by splitting them, you know, you can still have people that play, like, nobody really gets hurt by it because hardly anyone played Zelda Sheik. It was mostly Zelda or Sheik,
yeah.
And now both characters get a new down special.
Yeah.
So in their case, at least, it wasn't, you know, nerfing them by making them unable to switch, but buffing them by giving them an extra move. It's a ghost.
I see dead people. He sure seems shady to me. Can you truly deserve the whip you can't use? Try me, dead guy. Like, I get to just hang out here for the rest of eternity. Mr. Wind. Oh God, are you Zex Marquis? Is that? All right. Exposition, Mr. Dead Exposition. I get to go get a map.
You have to go to the next room.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's over here. Oh my God, your hair is awful. You look like a mushroom. I am Snape, the potions monster. I'll make you a deal. $500 for a potion. A blank book. Brass knuckles, tailcoat, sunglasses, engineer boot. Studded choker. Choker with metal studs for the rebel in you. Brrr. Ring adorned with a pearl. Forget me. Master ring. That's all. That is not a shuriken. That is a little man in a shield. Same with the dart. Alright, let's save the game. Not that it matters, because the fun thing about this is it automatically creates a restore point.
Yeah, well, saving would still be nice if you know, screw up and die.
Yeah. I got a lizard tail. Dracula isn't this castle's lord. Vampire by the name of Bronner. Hi, Pen, welcome. I kind of figured this is probably going to be the next one you Let's Play, honestly. Because you're Dawn of Sorrows. Oh, have you already played Let's Play this one? I can't get in there because I can't slide there. Whatever am I supposed to do? Well, I'm going to go down this way for a minute. Mostly just to actually show the connection. And now... the painting. Hearing the characters call their attacks is going to go crazy. Yeah. So really, the plot line for this game is this short Italian plumber with apparently a giant head came in and hung up all of these paintings in Dracula's castle that suck people into it, into worlds of death and destruction.
I don't know. Browner doesn't sound very Italian to me.
I'm just thinking, like, what if, like, there was a mishap in, you know, the shipping departments, and Peach's castle got all of these portraits, and this Dracula's castle got, it's like, Jonathan Morris goes to Bob on Battlefield.
You know, if there's not a ROM hack of that, there should be.
Oh, I want that to happen. I want it to happen so bad now. Ba 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 ba. Like,
but you know, I do appreciate that while basically every other, you know, portable Castlevania game was just trying to be Symphony of the Night again, this one was being a mix of Rondo and Blood and Mario 64.
Yeah, I mean, it was trying. What the hell are you? No, do not want, don't know what you're doing, so how about you stop it? That's always the thing about Castlevania games. It's always like the weirdest enemies in you know, religion and mythology. Like Bloodstain's even worse, because Bloodstained has that lion head with the wheel of shit around it as it, like, and the sad thing is that's actually a like that's a biblical creature.
Yeah, the bear, it's in this game too.
Oh, it's in this. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. You get to see that. A nightmare.
I think it's in this stage even.
Well,
It might be
down.
like in stage 2 or 3. Or not bear, Booer. I think it's Booer.
That sounds like a bad Pokemon name.
I mean, it could be a Pokemon.
Copper plate. Getting so much equipment. Buer. B-U-E-R.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm knocking all of this stuff. Look at all the cheese I'm knocking off. Why are we climbing up someone's pantry? Alright, you go away because you're taking damage. Stop it. A curdle. It's like a girdle. Brewer's design comes the dictionary. It is a mythological creature of chaos. Like, it's terrifying. And then, like, what I love is all of the fun. I don't think you're better than that, are you? No. Nobody else has a lion head surrounded by 5 goat legs, but Castlevania took it and ran with it. I mean, that's... there's a joke that goes around about, you know, it has a little cherub of angels in art. Meanwhile, an actual seraph, which is just like a band of eyes and disembodied wings with a terrifying voice bubble. It's like, fear me not, mortal. Like... The 6-foot werewolf. Yes, the 6'4" werewolf. Because actually, I think it is a full moon. It was either a full moon like last night, or it's tonight, or it is. We are within the timing of the full moon, so she will be a 6'4" werewolf anytime now. As long as she doesn't become a lion head surrounded by goat legs, I think we're good.
I think there's a secret in the floor of that room, maybe?
What the... Nope, just gonna...
You just need... Maybe Charlotte's magic can hit it? I don't know. Maybe not. It might also be a different room. I'm not sure.
I mean, Penn will probably know and point out. I know where you live. Andrology, demonology is one of my social interests. Be careful what... I mean, so I've actually looked into a lot of that as well, because in high school, I ran a tabletop RPG, and one of the things that me and a friend of mine who were working on it was we introduced demons and seraph, except we didn't want them to be the traditional demons and seraph. We wanted them to be unique. So honestly, it's not a huge flip of the script, but we made the seraph mostly the bad guys and the demons mostly just normal people. But the seraph are kind of assholes. But so we started looking into a lot of biblical lore, and I actually have a friend whose dad is a Lutheran minister, and he was like, I don't know a lot about it, but I have a bunch of books on it, and you're more than welcome to read. So like we just went through like a ton of like what the fuck is the codex? There's a codex. It's someone's name codex, and like that's where I learned about all of the generals and leaders of hell.
Yeah. The main one that I know about that Shin Megami Tensei pulls a lot from is the Ars Gotia.
Ars Gotia. That's actually where I learned. I actually looked into that one after watching Iron Blooded Orphans, because in that one all of the Gundam frames are named after demons from that. So like one of my favorite Gundams of all time is Baal. Like, sure, I want a giant half sentient robot named after a demon. Let's go for it. Alternate is anything translated in English. There's nothing on the floor there. Gnostic doing, Zoroaster, like, no, I don't. What? It's King Henry VIII.
Latino.
And, jellyfish? I didn't want to do that, but okay.
I believe the technical term for it is Metroid.
I was watching the Something About Metroid by Terminal Montage, and I forgot how much I fucking love just the fact that anytime Metroid shows up, it zooms in on Samus's face, my baby. Just all my bloodstains had a profile of a good demon enemy at the end. The Gemon, aka Lesser Key of Solomon. Yes, the Lesser Key of Solomon. Like, there's so much fun in why. Make a jump, Jonathan. Jesus. Okay, well, fine. Level up. If you feel you have to. Watching Ghostbusters, it's like, no, let me grab this one. Rips the thing off. The flowers are still standing. I thought $100. Oh, it is. I need to watch Ghostbusters. It is Halloween. It is a tradition. I must watch Ghostbusters. I have not watched it yet this year, and I need to.
I mean, now I'm just imagining, Jonathan going into like pawn store and be like, yeah, I found this this golden plate inside a magic painting. What do you think it's worth? It's like, well, I don't know. It doesn't seem very magical. The best I can do is $100.
Oh, of course you walk away. Just die. Hey, would you like a giant loaf of bread? What about some cinnamon rolls? Some bagels? How about a claymore? Jesus is about the only thing not in this game, honestly. Oh, well, that's... Now I'm disappointed. I wanted Jonathan Morris to have a moment with Jesus.
Would you like to slice some bread with a claymore?
I mean, so fun story. My brother got married, and he ordered our clan tartan, because we are Scottish, Scottish descent, and he ordered our clan tartan to make a traditional kilt, not like but like the full sash and like full on traditional kilt. And one thing in a Scottish wedding ceremony is you have a sash made of the tartan, and the husband wraps the bride in it because typically the bride is coming from another clan. And so it's you are being welcomed into this clan. Or if you come from another clan, you're wrapped in the tartan to show that you are now part of the clan. And so like my job was basically like ring bearer, but for the sash. So like I had I just bought this house, so I couldn't afford to have my own tartan because it takes a lot of fabric to make a tartan. So like my dad, both my uncles had a more modern tartan actually both of my uncles already had one because we're all huge nerds. And so like all of these, very picturesque scenes, like my brother made a fantastic archway for his wedding and all that. And so like I hand the tartan, and my sister-in-law now has a sash of our clan tartan. But we also have a claymore. And so there are a ton of family pictures from the wedding of all of us just hanging out with a claymore, like my sister-in-law holding a claymore next to my brother. Is he wielding the claymore? Yes, he is in this, because Jonathan Morris is a badass. Look at that. His other hand is right behind him because one-handed claymore. But the best part about it is my brother and my brother and sister-in-law didn't have a wedding cake. They had wedding pies. And they actually cut them with the claymore. So there is a picture of my sister-in-law holding this giant sword, like trying to cut a pecan pie with it. Don't let it fool you, he likely has done. I don't have a claymore. That is the one, well, not the one, there are many types of swords I don't own, but I do not own a claymore. So far, the only one in my family who does is my dad had one, but I think he gave it to my brother at the wedding as a gift. So we had a claymore in the family. But yeah, I need to equip her with all the stuff that I've got. I'm going to say, do I have anything else that needs to be equipped? No.
Did you have a second pair of sandals?
Nope.
Oh, no. Okay, just the one.
Just the one. Why don't I have a claymore? So claymores have never really been my favorite sword. They are very large and not really the type of sword that I, specialized in when I was actually doing sword combat. They are fantastic decorational pieces for me, but I like trying to use one is just, you gotta get some upper body strength. And let's face it, I do not look like the type to have a ton of upper body strength. Did you just throw a bone at me?
It's a skeleton. It's kind of their thing.
He was just like, ha! I could make you up some fake claymore mines. They all look like claymores because I'm 4'6". So I have my personal favorite type of sword was a hand-and-a-half sword, bastard sword basically, or a long sword. But then you get into a whole bunch of weirdness because swords are really difficultly named because, oh God, Henry VIII again. And a leather whip. I completely lost my train of thought. Swords. That's where I was going with it. All right, I can't get that yet because I can't. I probably could, but I don't care. Let's go this way. God, I hate these jellyfish. Oh, there's more.
Order now. We'll throw in a second Metroid, absolutely free.
But yeah, like large swords weren't really my thing. Also, like, you know, I liked having options. You know, a two-handed sword, you pretty much got to use two hands. Otherwise, you're gonna just have a bad time. Just I burned Henry VIII at the stake. Oh, they react differently to Charlotte and Jonathan. Interesting. Henry VIII don't fight Charlotte. He tries to give her Barbara, welcome. There's flying jelly monsters. Yeah, like I keep trying to tell you, there's a lot of weird interestingness in games. Like enamel pin heels. Can I put those on Jonathan? Damn it, no I can't. I want Jonathan in a pair of high heels.
Well, you can have on a pair of sandals now.
That just makes him a hippie. And don't let the maids vacuum Charlotte's skirt. That sounds like the beginnings of a very different story.
You have to have them both out, I think.
Oh.
And I think you also have to equip it, maybe?
Do
I don't remember. Oh, no. It goes in a separate slot. Okay.
Well, it's not letting me use it, but oh hey, I forgot I have to use the castle map? I thought it just
I think it just sits in your inventory.
Yeah.
Go back to equip for a second, see if you can see how much MP it costs.
Holy lightning.
No, it doesn't say. Hmm.
Yeah, no, can't use it yet. It's like right and Y. It just said X. Let's see. Guides. Skills. Raging fire. Okay, yeah, that doesn't actually help you. Like, fine. I see Bones has a, yeah, Axe is like sitting in Bones' lap. It's great. It should tell you how it works. Yeah, it
said up an X when we picked it up anyway.
Skills.
It's like there has to be enemies on the screen or something.
Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing there. Let's see if we can do it while they're... You! No. Okay, that's weird. Well, you're dead. Maybe I just don't have enough MP for it. I don't know. Okay, fire is surprisingly effective against jellyfish. Who would have guessed that?
I mean, fire is just effective against everything. Because, you know, you can't be on fire and be like, this doesn't hurt.
Up and partner swap. Yeah, up and X. That's... But I press up and X and nothing happens. So yeah. Okay, the MP bar will flash when we can... Okay, so we don't have enough MP for it. That's the whole thing. Oh, aren't you just a wannabe 3D enemy? Welcome to King's Cross Station, platform 9 3/4, and Harry Potter bullshit.
I think I remember the peeping eyes drop like either a skill or an item that like highlights breakable walls for you, but I think it's like a 1% or something.
Oh, wonderful! I'm not gonna futz around with that, then.
Yeah, like from what I remember, it's a pretty low drop rate.
I just launched something.
Yeah, you probably want to use the weight.
No. There we go. Why would you build a minecart with a drill on it?
Because you can.
Peeping eye. Peep this. My claymore in your face. Hi, Slinger. Oh, hey, look. A mace and gale force. Hey, did someone leave a mace under this platform? I'm going to take it to Lost and Found. Oh, it's even slower. Peeping Eye still does that in Sorrow games. Why wouldn't you? To kill people in the way. Oh, I thought that was a platform up there, but nope, that's just... There's nothing here. I'm just gonna slide under. Let's equip Gale Force Winds. That's my mace. Can I mean... You have to come to Lost and Found to pick it up. Ever hit a giant eye with a mace? No. Oh, hey, look, another cube. Oh, wonderful.
If you hold down R, you can have Charlotte charge her spell, I think. Maybe not. I guess you can only get the charged versions while actually playing as Charlotte.
We're Lost and Found. I'm at soup. Why are you at the soup store? Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Well, he just went to pieces. Ha ha. Get it? Oddly enough, a 40-pound mace is the heaviest you can get on Amazon. I'm both impressed and disappointed. A, that you can get a mace on Amazon. B, that you can only get a 40-pound mace.
I mean, you could also get like 40 gallons of unicorn blood.
You can also get like a 1,000-gallon drum of lube. I found a listing for that on Amazon, and it was the most ridiculous listing ever because, you know, it's this giant blue drum, but they photoshopped it into situations that it should not be. Like, there's a woman in a bikini on a surfboard, and it's on the board behind her. And I'm like, I get the metaphor that they're going with this, but this picture just looks ridiculous because it looks like just, you know, a fifth grader Photoshop this. It's just like literally kind of cut and paste. And then it was like, there was one in a hot tub. He was in a hot tub for whatever. Like, I understand kind of where they're going with it. You know, surfing, lube, you know, lube and water. Like, okay, hot tub, sexy, lube. Like, okay, your marketing department failed on this, just completely. I saw someone play Metroid Dread to the end. Boy, is it something. I've heard some interesting things about Metroid Dread. Oh, hey! Fornius. The Fornicator.
Is that one of the Egyptian god cards?
I say, go away. Suddenly I feel like I'm playing Terraria again with the demons that just launch the scythes at me. Oh, hey! I'm right behind you. About $150 the weight of metals is absolutely crazy town since the pandemic per pound. You all see the Razor Zephyr. Still need to watch. Likely. Beard Bear. Amazing and terrifying. Hey, level up. Hey, my thing is glowing. We can use the thingy now. Don't love you. Alright, I was about to say, go get him. That's a dead guy. Like, that's a mummy right there. These demon sides can't go through. This is true. You know, I feel like that should be a Castlevania meme. Like, you've got the meme of, you know, jet fuel can't melt steel beams, demon signs can't go through walls. Alright, for all of my MP, that was surprisingly ineffective.
Yeah, not a whole lot of damage there.
One thing I've been working on that I'm almost done. I got a fantastic curio cabinet for my grandmother, and I am putting I'm turning it into like one of the collection pieces from the Belmont Hold from the Castlevania cartoon anime. It's not really an anime, but animated series, I guess. So like the top shelf, I have the relics of Vlad. So I've got like a heart that's in like a little glass dome. The eye of Vlad, the rib of Vlad, the fang, the ring. So like I've got those. On the second shelf, I've got like a dagger for the sub weapon. I've got a stopwatch. I made a little vial of holy water that is adorable. And I got the orbs from Lament of Innocence that change what the sub weapons do to get, all the weird effects as you're beating the bosses. I have one more thing that I have to make. I'm making the Mobius brooch from Lament of Innocence as well. Because honestly, Lament of Innocence and Curse of Darkness are probably my two favorite Castlevania games. I love them. Like, everyone else seems to hate them, but like I love them. But it's funny that, I have these, and like every time I'm picking up like a relic, I'm actually kind of disappointed because it's just like, it's a cube. There's not anything special about this. Whereas like in Symphony of the Night, like you got all these relics that were like little adorable pictures of something that you're trying to make into a real thing. And so many of them are like, they have some interesting real world counterparts. Like the holy symbol in Symphony of the Night is basically a snorkel. Like that's all it is. Like if you look at the pixel art of it, it's a snorkel. Which is funny because like that's what allows you to go underwater without taking damage. It's like, so are you saying that the problem is Alucard can't breathe underwater? But he's a vampire. He doesn't breathe above water. So I do now possess Dracula's rib. And Amber kept trying to, like, she found that you could order, like, a real human rib. And, she offered to get it for me. Like, I don't need a real human rib. Especially since, like, the real human rib was, like, $40. The one I got was, like, $8. Like, this, I wasn't aiming for this to be, like, a super expensive, like, just a cute little project. But, She tried to find me a real rib. You could buy a real human rib. The hell? Ow. Ow. Oh, I can't hit the head. Come on. I was about to say, attack up there. I'm gonna die. That's why I say it, because I knew this was a boss, and I was like, I'm gonna die to the boss. I do have a couple of items. Let's use a potion so that I don't die immediately. I died immediately. Rock Riot will murder this thing. I don't think I have Rock Riot. I don't think I actually bought it. Do I? I have one. No, I've got the fire. I don't have Rock Riot. So. Alright, let's see.
I'm not sure where the nearest warp room is. It might be past the boss. Is the next warp room. Or it might be down and to the right or something.
Well, let's go down and see if there's a warp room down there. I mean, worst case scenario is I die and get stronger.
Yeah.
Hey, a warp room.
So you could warp back to the beginning, go buy the spell.
My sister-in-law bought my brother's skull, an articulated, perfect, very real skull. Never invest in human ribs unless they spawn an Eve. Ideally, ethically sold on Pinterest via a Lilith. Uh, I only buy locally sourced ribs. It makes it sound like I've got a hidden murder room in my basement or something. Maybe I do. No, I don't. You live in my basement. Do I have a hidden murder room down there?
I don't think so.
I'll make you a deal. Rock Riot.
You could go ahead and buy Shuriken as well.
I could. Let's go ahead and buy a Shuriken. Why not?
And Dart.
Alright, let's... And then... buy a couple more of those, because I know I'm going to need them. Human bone purchases can have some real icky... They can't, like... And that's the thing, like... No matter how much you want to be like, is this... You know... not stolen from someone, basically? Like, was it someone who donated it, you know... It's less murder worries than theft. Yeah, it's... Did someone, like, steal a grave, like, or just, you know, say that they... Because that's something that actually happened around here not too long ago. There was a scandal that a crematorium wasn't actually cremating people. They were just throwing bodies in the woods, and they were giving people, like, regular ash. And, like, people were not okay with that. I mean, understandably so. When you're told this is the remains of, you know, your great grandmother, and you have it in an urn, like in a very fancy urn in a very prominent place in your house, so that you can, you know, pay respects, and it's like, oh no, that's not really your grandmother. That's just some, you know, I got that out of my fireplace. It's like, ooh, that's.
I'm gonna go ahead and do another save.
Yeah. Save the game. Hey, DB, welcome. But yeah, it's funny because, like, sure, just bye. It was during that whole scandal is what actually prompted me to be like, I know what I want to have done with my remains, and I want to be turned into a sword. I want, you know, organ donor, have, you know, whatever organs can go to, you know, whoever to. Oh, God. Let me heal, because I'm just gonna drop rocks on you. Well, yeah, that did wreck him. Oh my God. Oh, and look at his face. How do you know how much ash needs to go into an urn? Surprisingly, there's whole fields of study that tell you how much, like, a you know, average person will become when they are cremated, which is interesting and terrifying in some ways. I'm a lady. Oh, hit the head to keep it from reattaching. Ash doings are always take a portion, the rest is stated via circumstance. You don't get the 100. That's the thing. Like, you don't, like, you're not going to get all of the remains back. Because, I mean, some of it's just going to be destroyed in the process. There has been a lot of study into human cadavers. There have. There's, like... I mean, we gotta know what happens.
Did you not read the ability that you just got?
No, I didn't. What did I... What was it?
You can jump off your partner now.
Oh. Well, that seems painful. No, I thought it was just a double jump. I'm like, that's not working. No, it's actually jumping off of them, which seems thick glasses. Oh, I can't. I was like, can I kick slide off of them? Remember when grave robbing was the only source of medicine? I feel like phrasing it that way is like Pepperidge Farm remembers when the only way to get some good antibiotics was to dig up your... I can't fucking with that. Oh, that is a dark path of jokes that I'm just... No, let's not go there. 'Tis a silly place. No. Son of a bitch, really? Die. Alright, you go away for now until I can get you over here. So I can actually jump on your head to get up here and get this cloak. No, why did you not jump on her head? Apparently I have to be like pixel perfect. Because it's like, no, that, you have to do it as you're going up. You can't do it on...
You can do it going down. That timing is way early.
Okay, so okay, going down you have to be pixel perfect. Because like you have to be, if you do it just as
like watching and listening, you're pushing it way before you hit her head.
No, I'm watching where the bottom of Jonathan's foot is, and if it is just a hair too high or a hair too low, it doesn't, like, it has to be...
I feel like we have very different definitions of what a hair is.
Like, if the foot has to be on the head, like, there's... I don't feel like that's super consistent, though. That does not feel like a good jump mechanic. Just give me an actual double jump. No! And then I gotta... do it again! Moonwalkers! Well... Not that I'm using the backdash. But now I can Michael Jackson my way through this. Jump a few more times and she won't feel her pain. I think Marauder just sucks at the timing. I mean, I probably, but like that seems really shitty because it feels like I have to do it very specifically. No. None of that bullshit. Alright, fine. You... I don't want to deal with all of you. Just trying to get these swords that you guys have placed on ledges in what I'm assuming is a cathedral? I don't know what this place actually is. Okay. The beer shoes. Still watching Godzilla the series. I figured you would have got that. Whoop. Okay, that was me just hitting the moonwalk button. Like that was all me just going hee hee. I love that they do a little twirl too, like while pushing an object, call your partner to help you push. Okay, you have to do it as you're pushing. Okay. That prevents them from accidentally doing that. After playing Bloodstained, I'm not hearing the E. Feels wrong. I choose to combine vague memories of that series with Jackie Chan's series and feel good about this uncanny overlap. Like, one thing that I remember, there was a guy at the card store that Felix and I used to go to. Terry used to be able to say the chant from Grandfather from Jackie Chan's Adventure. Like, I could, like...
I don't remember the last bit, but it's like, Yumo Gwe Gwe Fai Di Zhao.
Yeah, like... But the kicker to it was, like, when Terry did it, sounded fucking exactly like it. I'm like, oh my god. I remember I used to have a huge crush on Charlotte when I was younger.
I think at this point you can just leave the painting.
I feel like there's some, like, I can't quite see, but there's something up there.
Switch the screen focus for a second.
The only problem is doing that, I have to do this. No, not the restore point. I have to... Okay, so yeah, there is a way over there.
Yeah, you can go to the left from where the carriage was.
Yeah.
Now the question is...
Do you want to?
Well, no, I was going to say, is the carriage moved back now? Like
That's...
Okay, it's not.
Oh, hey, look! It's that guy. Oh, well. You're far less intimidating now than you were the first time we met you. Maybe it's because I got this big-ass mace. God. You've got an axe in your face. Con boost. I can boost the con. I don't know about you, but now I feel like pulling an Ocean's 11. Like, for those of you who watch Leverage, it's all about the con. There's also something this way that I didn't go deal with, but there's probably not much worth hanging out in here for.
Yeah. Plus, if you really want to get 100%, you'll need to either look up where the breakable walls are or farm the peeping eye skill.
Yeah.
So it'll highlight the breakable walls for you. Not to mention, you know, that air, like up at the upper right where you can't even go there yet.
Yeah. Go away. Con! Are we quoting Wrath of Khan now? Alright. We can leave. Let's go to the teleport tablet. Use your iPad. It's a very distinctive whip. The whip is also cursed. God, what is that from? It is the... You have your choice of toppings. The toppings are also cursed. Now I gotta look that up. Let's go talk to the dead guy. Supersonic punch? Get some mincemeat to get some ground meat.
So I think that would mean going back there and farming an enemy to get ground meat.
Oh, the monkey... Yes, the Monkey Paw Simpson episode. It's like... That's the one. One thing I also kind of want to do is watch a whole bunch of Treehouse of Horror episodes. You know, that seems like a good thing to do when it's spooky time out. Yeah, I think that's probably a graphical glitch. I don't think those green lines are supposed to be there.
I mean, I just don't see how it would glitch out in that particular way.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know, like, what is it supposed to be?
So, like, I'm pretty sure that is just what it's supposed to be.
Which is so weird, because that seems so out of place. Like, it looks so weird. Alright, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go now.
I think if you just go back to the right somewhere, there's somewhere you can use the shoulder jump.
Just gonna mace you all. Isn't there a butcher's shot where you just slap... Slap, not beat. I feel like this is...
I mean, it might be that too. I don't know.
Just killing skeletons. Oh yeah, gotta go here. After attacking with whip, hold Y to let it drop. No. Got a spear. still not as good as a weapon.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on attack speed.
This is true.
Like, if you had a sword that had, 75% attack and attacked twice as fast, then...
Yeah.
Of course, then there's also the matter of attack ranges
Yeah.
and attack arcs.
Oh, hey! We meet again. Oh, did you just launch shit at me? Oh, well, he's gonna go that way. I'm gonna... Alright. That kind of, like... It's getting too close to him while I'm charging. Stop it. I was hoping he was gonna...
Come back sooner.
Yeah. Just like walk into the... Not this side I wanted to be. Oh, that's disgusting. Come on. Or launch some disgusting meat at me. Hey, that actually hit a little bit.
You should do an attack when you get the orb.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a joke. It actually pops up and says, like, nice if you do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or I might be thinking of a different game. There's some Castlevania game that does that. And I think it's this one.
Okay, these, broken bar sections. So, like, that was saying that thing went through there and came back. It was too big to turn around there.
Well, it broke through the stairs and dropped down, and then coming back, it, like, did
Jumps
its little
up.
hop.
It jumps up on the fact that it only has...
You're too weak.
Rowan, what are you doing? Stop eating floor. Stop eating floor. Come here. Come say hi to the internet. Little does he know meatballs must be cooked. I mean, yes, please cook your meat. Marauder EX 2021. Harmony of Dissonance is the one that rates you on your pose when catching the orb.
Ah.
Because, style points matter.
They do.
I mean, they do. I look at Devil May Cry. Style is... Have you never driven a behemoth? He's only half a behemoth. Actually, I remember all the behemoths in Final Fantasy XI just being like, I want nothing to do with this thing. You guys realize you're all the same, right? Like, Rowan, don't scratch at the rug. I'll make you come be social. All party people, it's lovely getting to be present for live stream for like the third time ever. Go and have fun putting the crotch goblins to sleep. Like, that's actually like, sending them to bed, not like murdering them. Like, just so everyone make sure we're clear. We're not killing children. We here at Team 4-Star do not condone child violence. I got some anti-venom. bats pretending. You think you're the Medusa heads. You're not the Medusa heads. Offensive form. What's funny is, so in the card game that Kulik and I were working on, I have a card named Offensive Gesture. And it was supposed to be like brandishing a sword, but everyone takes it as just flipping them off. And I'm like, well, now that's canon. Well, I'm glowing with the power of anger. This fist of mine burns with an awesome... I say you're not the Medusa heads. For legal reasons, we don't condone murder. There's a crazy, elaborate long play vid of HOD that went up on Maverick Hunter X's channel fairly recently. Shenanigans saw every single pose nailed. Hey, it's Mudman! I don't want you doing whatever it is you're doing. You just die. Mudman was the elusive monster in Symphony of the Night. You could only get him in the bestiary at one point. That is the extent of knowledge I have about Mudman. Oh, well, fine. You don't do the chart. You just launch giant icicles at me. Fine, then. See if I invite you to my birthday party. Well, I wanted to go all the way down at some point, but you know...
Just speeding up the process.
I said, Mudman. Did you just... Hey,
he's the invisible man. It's incredible how you can see right through me.
Remember version shades dropping and go to spell. Probably, that seems about right. Let's see, I got a new weapon. A cestus. You're in for a fisting. A mighty fisting.
Well, hey, now you could go to the butcher shop and pound some meat.
Oh. Oh, this live stream's just getting interesting. It's I think there's a fake floor in that corridor between the two sets of chains on the walls. Well, we'll be going back there, so.
Well, there you go.
HP max up. Just die. Alright. Note to self. Do not fall straight down this time. Hey, look, a save point. Nietzsche says, whatever is done for love is beyond good and evil, and I love my job. Cestus, the quality of weird anime. So, one thing that I'm thinking about getting everyone for Giftmas this year is there's a guy on Etsy who 3D prints relic weapons from Final Fantasy XI. And since most of my friend group played Final Fantasy XI for some appreciable amount of time, I thought about buying a relic weapon for everyone. Or at least as many people as I can. Like Luth played a paladin, so like I could get him the relic shield or the relic sword. Which was funny that, you know, paladin was one of the few jobs that had more than one relic. Like, everyone had possible access, like several jobs had access to more than one relic weapon. But paladin was the only one who really got the shield. But they could also get Excalibur, so it's like, felt rather exclusive to them. It was interesting.
And then later on, you know, you have Bard, who's every relic instrument that they get does something different. So if you really want to be like top tier Bard, you need every one of them.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, Paladin, you're just using one sword.
Yeah. Like if you want to be the best Paladin you could have been at that point, it's like you get the relic shield, you get a defending ring. And that's it. That's, you know, those are the two big Bard's like, shit, I need how much equipment? But like I actually thought about getting you the Galar horn because the guy makes the. But the thing about it is it's functional. Like it actually plays as a woodwind instrument. And then like I thought about getting Luth, either the Excalibur, the Aegis, and Pat Darkseith, who shows up in chat every so often. His main job was monk, and so you could get the Sfarai. I think that's how it's pronounced. That was the relic hand-to-hand weapon, which was basically just this really weird-looking cestus. Either cestus or brass knuckle type. Like, it was just... And it out of all of the relic weapons, it looked the worst because they couldn't make hand-to-hand weapons look really cool. Because, like, the models for them were so small compared to all of the other weapon models. Even daggers had a better, you know, better field of view for what they could do. Yeah.
I mean, between the Mandau and the Sfry, though, it's like, meh. They both just kind of are there.
Yeah. The only thing about the Sfry that I loved was its relic weapon skill was called Final Heaven, which was totally just a callback to Final Fantasy VII. As like not even trying to be anything other than a. I think the relic spear weapon skill was Highwind also, which is just. Was it Highwind?
No, it wasn't.
There is something Highwind related in 11 though, isn't there?
Maybe, but it's not a weapon skill.
Not a weapon skill. Because I thought there were two just like. Well, Highwind is also a reference to a bunch of other Final Fantasy stuff because that's. The name of several airships through the series.
The relic spear was Gungnir, and then the weapon skill I think was like Geek Skirgul or something like that.
Yeah, it was Gungnir, and it was the Celtic name for I can't pronounce that, but yes. Now I could have swore there was something Highwind related for Dragoon in Final Fantasy XI. And now I want to find out what. Have I played Bravely Default 2? Only the demo. I have it, but I haven't actually gotten a chance to play all the way through it. But yeah, like the thing with that original story, like I was thinking about buying all these relic weapons for, you know, friends. And I'm like, I really kind of want to buy the relic weapon, the relic hand-to-hand weapon for Pat. But like at the same time, it's like, it's just so goddamn boring. It's like, out of all of the relic weapons, it really is super boring. But there's all like, I would actually buy one for myself. He actually makes the relic scythe, and while that's not a weapon I got, I went for the great sword as my tenure of Dark Knight. The relic scythe is just really cool looking. It's not as cool as the Archangel scythe, but very little is as cool as the Archangel scythe when it comes to scythes in that game. Liberator just looks stupid in my opinion, because it's it's a scythe blade, but it's turned up on its side more than anything else. It's it is a type of scythe, but when I think it's literally the only one that uses that model too. I don't think there's any other scythe that uses that model, but effectively an FF game. It has overworld bosses. Cyclops is the strongest ones over Yogurmander and Zeus. Well, everyone likes a good overworld boss. But it's actually close to time to end. So, yeah. Played some spoopy games. I don't know what we're going to do next week. We had a list of games, and we have another Castlevania game that we could do. We could do Order of Ecclesia. Actually, we have several Castlevania games we could do, honestly. We could pick any of them. We also have, Ghouls and Ghosts and Goblins and Oh My, which would basically just be you all watching either of us take turns at failing at that game to an extent. Because, no matter how much I practice, I will always suck at that game. But, we have a lot of spoopy games, and next week is the last Thursday of the month.
Yeah.
So, definitely want to do something spoopy for that. I thought about doing a live stream earlier in the week for
Sora.
For Sora and Smash Brothers, but by the time I could download him, it's 9:15. I'm I don't have the energy for this, because it's I should have known better that the server was not going to be cooperative on a DLC character release day. That one I'm not let's playing. As long as there's more cat in Bones' lap. I mean, look at him. He's Bones will pet him. Look at that. Axe is I am putting up with this. I am ignoring this. Yes. Are you ignoring us? You ignoring everyone? Yeah. You're purring. Because I'm rubbing your face. Because you always have an itchy face. You do. He is hardcore ignoring us. Order of Ecclesia is indeed a different breed of cat. Are you in the Order of Ecclesia? I was about to say. Also, the music went because I bumped the thing. It's not Metroidvania enough for me.
Yeah, I kind of liked what Order of Ecclesia did in terms of the world map and everything, but I didn't like a lot of the other stuff that Order of Ecclesia did. So
look at you're kind of awake. Say hi. He's no, do not want. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in to the live stream tonight. There will be the last spoopy live stream next week. Same hat time, same hat channel, 7:30 Eastern time. If I do have to cancel or postpone it for any particular reason, I will tweet about it, so you can follow me on Twitter, MarauderX. And then hopefully within the next few days, when I get a chance to finally finish my Castlevania curio cabinet, I will get to post pictures of that, because it's going to look super entertaining, in my opinion. And I'm a giant freaking nerd. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Had a blast. We'll see you next week. Enjoy the spoopy month. So, bye.